Okay, let's do this. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Kelly Johnson. I hope you enjoyed our first episode with Ashlyn and her huge shopping spree. That girl has a problem. And today I'm here to talk to you about gear. I take a lot of overlanding trips with my husband and our dog Dude, and I'm going to share with you some of my favorites to take on our trips. Oh, what I want to start with. Okay, we're going to start with bags. So first, you need a backpack. We have a lot of choices: Osprey, North Face, Patagonia. I like Osprey a lot. I also have a Patagonia pack. I have way too many backpacks. And so this one is for more of a backpacking trip. It has the structure to help you carry a lot of heavy things. I'm just learning to carry my weight. If you're going on a more leisure trip and you don't really need to carry your bag on your back and it's like a car camping trip, I suggest the Patagonia black hole duffel. And it comes in several sizes. It packs down real small for your closet. My husband actually carries this exact bag when we go camping, and he loves it. It also has straps for if you're going through an airport, you can carry it on your back. It's a great bag. If you're going on a trip that has a lot of water, I suggest the Tuff tote bag. It's waterproof. You can stuff all of your items inside, roll it up. They're not going to get wet. That's essential when you're camping. You don't want to be wet. It's not fun. Let's start. Oh, let's see. Let me start over. Let's continue with some of the essentials that you're going to need when you're camping. And one would be a tent. This is a North Face tent. It comes in this nice little bag. I would suggest this for if you're going on a car camping trip or overlanding trip, because this is not something you're going to want to backpack with. It's way too big and it's way too heavy. You want to keep it light. But this is a tent that we use on our trips. All the poles are connected, so it snaps together really quickly. You won't be fighting with your spouse on how to put up the tent. It can be put up by one person, so I tend to put up the tent while my husband does everything else. Sleeping inside the tent, you're going to want to be comfortable. I use this exact sleeping pad. It's by ThermaRest. It's a lifesaver on hard ground. It's also, this one's a lightweight one, so you can actually backpack with this one and stuff it in your backpacking backpack. So I'm excited to take this one on our next backpacking trip. So we're just talking about the sleeping pad. On the sleeping pad, you're gonna want a sleeping bag. And I always suggest North Face. This bag is lightweight. It has different layers to keep it a lighter weight. It's a synthetic material on the inside. It'll keep you nice and warm up to, I think it's 20 degrees. So you can always pick your bag based on where you're gonna go camping. If it's gonna be a hotter climate or a hotter climate or a warmer climate, those are the same. If it's going to be a colder climate or a hotter climate, you want to pick your bag based on that. Make sure the size fits you personally, and yeah, that's about it. You can cut that out. Okay, this is actually a mummy bag. So it goes around your head. It's a nice, nice little cushion in here, and it keeps your entire body warm. The key is not to put your face inside of your sleeping bag, because then that creates moisture inside, and when your clothes are wet inside of your bag, you're colder. Another thing that I can't live without when I'm camping is a pillow, or I also use this on the hard ground. It's a little more comfortable for me. You can also use it as a seat cushion. It's multi-use if you go to a lot of football games. This is great for those hard stands, those hard seats. It packs up real nice and tight. Cut that part out. It gets real tiny, and you can let all the air out, and it self-inflates, and then you can blow it up to be a little more. A lot of you already probably have this, but this is one of my favorite things to camp with, an EEO. You can also, if you're going to the beach, you can set this up at the beach or the lake. You can't actually sleep in this thing, especially if you live in a hot climate. Where I live in Oregon, you will be freezing if you sleep in an EEO. But we always use it for the daytime when we're just enjoying the scenery. We'll set it up between two trees and swing in the double nest. So I definitely suggest an EEO. Even if you're not an avid camper or backpacker, EEO is a must. This is an awesome camping chair. It compacts really tiny, so it's also great for camping, football games, baseball games. If you go to concerts, they sometimes require, if it's an outside venue, they require you to have a short chair. So this bad boy unpacks to be a nice little chair. Boom! If you need a small chair, this is the one to get. It also holds up to 250 pounds. It only takes a minute to put together. No? Can you see me?
Yeah, like your head.
It's pretty comfortable. It's gonna need when you're camping is water. So we have a few options. One would be a water purifier. This is a pump one. So it has a little cord that attaches to it, and the water you pump through here, it goes into the container of your choice. This is a must-have if you're going overlanding or backpacking. You run out of water, you're gonna want this because you don't want to drink directly from a stream. You always want to purify your water. So that's an option. You can also carry your water in with you. One way to do that is a CamelBak. I actually have this exact one. It fits in your backpack nicely, and it has a little straw here. You can turn it on and off so it doesn't leak. These are great. Another option is the CamelBak water bottle. So this, it doubles as a purifier. Keep it with water in it. When you run out of water, when you fill it up, it purifies it automatically for you. So this is really great for anywhere. And it also doubles as a regular water bottle, so that's great. One thing we never leave home without is our YETI cup. We take this everywhere. If we're camping, we're going to a ball game, anywhere, we take our YETI cup because it keeps our drinks cold. If it's a cold drink, or hot if it's our coffee. Me and my husband always have ours when we're camping. Last time we went camping with our friends, we convinced them to get a YETI cup for each of them because they just loved it so much. They loved how it kept our drinks hot when we were having coffee early in the morning, because we're avid coffee drinkers when it comes to camping. You wake up early, you need your coffee. Depending on where you're going, I definitely suggest a YETI cooler. We will take the smaller one if it's a shorter trip, and we'll take bigger one, like the 45 Tundra on a larger trip. They come in lots of sizes, lots of colors. So depending on what you're gonna be doing, I definitely suggest taking a YETI. It's great for football games. If you're going to the park with the kids, you can pack a nice little lunch in here. So it's definitely a good multi-use cooler, depending on which size you get. We have two, but we love our YETI. So when you're camping, you definitely have to eat. And this little compact set is great. It has all the pots and pans you'll need, and all of the plates and cups that you'll need when you're camping. So it unpacks to different bowls and cups. It has your two different little mugs. And inside here, you have your little stove, and it connects to your fuel. So if you're going car camping, I always suggest to take two, just in case you run out. That way you're not without. You can always boil your meals in here. You can also cook your coffee in here. So this is a great little set to take with you when you go camping. If it's hot and sunny, you're definitely gonna need a hat. I have this exact hat. I wear it all the time. If we're going fishing, camping, whatever, I take it with me. It's a quick dry hat. It has Omni Shield in it, so it's definitely gonna keep the sun off you, and you'll stay cool. They have men's versions. This is the women's version. So there's a lot of options out there. I've had this happen to me several times where I get blisters on the bottom of my feet, and that's because I didn't have a good pair of socks. So I always suggest a good pair of socks. SMARTWOOL or Danner are two that I definitely would suggest using. And they also have good running ones as well. If you're more of a runner or you run trails, SMARTWOOL is definitely a great one for those. But any kind of hiking sock that's going to keep your feet dry and help you not blister is definitely needed for those long trips. If you're going to be on the trail, you're going to need to keep your feet protected. These are actually my personal shoes that I just purchased. And this is the WBREEZE 3. And I purchased these for ankle support. So when we're hiking up the mountain and my ankle's a little unstable because I have a heavy backpack on, I can have these. They're also waterproof because they have Gore-Tex, and they have the Vibram sole, which is gonna last a really long time. So these will be great on all my next hiking trips. So when we're hiking out and we come to a stream or we're at a waterfall and I don't want to get these wet, I attach my Chacos, these are a new pair that I just purchased, to the back of my backpack. And so I can walk through the water in these. These will last a really long time. They're great. I love the double strap, the no toe. So these are definitely ready to get these wet and get into some waterfalls. Last but not least, when you're in the outdoors, it's always good to have a knife with you. So I definitely suggest a Benchmade knife. These are great knives. Their quality is amazing. We always carry one with us. Anytime we need it, we use it. We use it. What do we use it on, Kelley? You can use it for cooking. It's also good for safety. I definitely suggest the Benchmade. It's a well-made knife. We have several different styles of this knife, so I suggest taking a knife with you. It's gonna be great. Don't look at me like that. Like that. All right, and that's all we have. I hope you enjoyed our vlog today. Be sure to stop by our store, ask any of our staff to help you for your next adventure when you start taking life outside. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and leave us any comments with questions. Thanks. Can I do it like this? Like, it's always good to have a knife with you. Is this okay? Are you digging it? Natural? I'm hot and I'm sweating. Oh, and they're watching me this whole time.